For as long as the Tagus River flowed, life flourished in Portugal's Ribatejo region. In this abundant landscape where cattle, bulls, and the pure-blooded Lusitano horse reigned, a strong equestrian heritage developed. Join us for a festive Ferreira as we visit Golga, the country's horse capital, which celebrates the highly prized Lusitano breed, and see Portugal's proud history being brought to life through its ancient traditions. Still exploring Portugal's central region where vast farmlands define the landscape. The country has a long agricultural history when the Iberian Peninsula was inhabited by the Celts, Phoenicians, Romans, and Moors. The rich, fertile land also encouraged the breeding of animals. I soon found myself in the town of Golga, Portugal's horse capital. While here, I'm visiting a traditional quinta or farm estate to find out more about life in the Portuguese countryside. This is Quinta do Falcão, which has belonged to generations of the Salvador family. Aside from tending to agricultural fields and farm animals, it also specializes in keeping and training Lusitano horses.
It's a nice day to visit a quinta just to find out what horse ownership and life is around the valley.
What makes it even more special is that it is now run by Rui Salvador, who is a renowned Portuguese bullfighter. I got to chat with Rui about the quinta and his amazing bullfighting career.
Quinta de Falcão, how did this start? Was it inherited?
This is really something from the family. So my grandfather was already crazy about all these kind of animals, horses, and so we are talking about more than 100 years ago. So he was working, making commerce with milk and olive oil. So he has some carriage with some horses to send the milk and the olive oil to a lot of different places in Portugal, even in Spain.
Yes.
So it begins in that moment the connection with the interaction with the horses.
With the story.
And after my father got really in love about horses, and we begin to have horses in our house to ride them. And so we asked for very nice teachers of riding horses and begin to teach me and my sister. At the same time, we met a lot of different people in relation with the Lusitano, and with the Lusitano is always connected with the bullfighters, with the Portuguese bullfighters, so the cavaleiros in the Portuguese way. So I begin to see a lot of this kind of shows, and I get in love for it.
Well, you're the champion. I see all the photos and all the trophies and the medals.
You know, it's a kind of activity that you try always to improve every day. So we are learning every day because we are leading with the horses, and they are teaching us a lot of different things. I begin to ride with 5 years old, so it's more than 53 years riding horses.
Rui's passion for horses and bullfighting is evident in the massive collection of memorabilia the family has collected over the years, which includes carriages, riding outfits, and equestrian equipment.
I see you also have a collection of saddles, and of course the traditional, I think, is very important for you.
Yeah, this is the typical saddle from Portugal.
And did you use this during your competitions?
Yes, this is the Portuguese competition. You use always this, like in the bullfights or in the work equitation, you use the same thing.
Rui also explains a bit about Portuguese bullfighting and how it's different from the Spanish bullfights. First, the bull is not killed in the arena. And second, the main bullfighter, or caballero, fights the bull on top of a horse. While the Quinta does not hold bullfights, it has become an agritourism destination where visitors can see the farm and the horses up close. While his team prepared, Rui promised me an exciting show that will let me see the skill of the Lusitano horses and riders. The show started with a magnificent performance by Rui's sister Isabel and fellow dancer Tatiana.
So your dance was just fantastic. Can you explain a little bit about the dance? Why it's traditional with the horses and everything?
It's a mix of two kinds of dances, Sevillanas and flamenco. We joined the two things because it's a better show, and the people enjoy and is more happy and more grateful.
So Golgan is the land of horses. We had a brilliant bullfight here.
Yes.
With Salvador.
Yeah.
And so it's logical that we dance.
And I think the dance helped liven up the whole place.
Yes,
Yes.
I hope you can feel the music. It's all about love, flirting, emotions. I hope you enjoy the show.
Yeah.
Then it was the horses and riders' turn to impress.
These tight steps are always very difficult for horses. And for them to be able to control the distances and movement, it's amazing.
You will really see the skill of the riders and how well trained the Lusitanos are in the precision of their movements, especially while performing as a group. But the most exciting part of the show was yet to come. They simulated a bullfight where the caballero aims to put small spears on the bull's back. It was exciting to see the Lusitanos' quick reflexes and the caballeros' talent and experience. After the show, I was able to chat with Rui's wife Sandra, who also runs the Quinta, as well as Pedro, the principal trainer, and Uta, one of the caballeras.
So, Sandra, why did the family think of doing this? Having these events, having the show, having a lot of horses to keep?
Well, this is a family farm for almost more than 100 years.
But you don't look like you're 100.
Just a little bit younger. Just a little bit. We have a fantastic history about horses, about bulls, and we would like to show to the people a little bit of our history. It's just as also the history of Portugal, a part of Portugal's history. So we turned out this farm in a farm for people to come to ride,
see what's happening every day.
and enjoying the farm. They can marry here, they can baptize. We have also a chapel here, and they can do a lot of events like today.
Great, congratulations.
Thank you.
Doing what you love the most.
Yes.
And being proud of your country and sharing it with everyone.
Yes, yes, that is the most beautiful part that we do here. They get to know our history, and we make a trade of knowledge and experiences and so many things.
I was so impressed with Pedro. doing all these stunts, you know. I see him very quiet, walking around. But when he's on top of a horse, he's transformed to a different person.
I'm the same person, of course, but the horse, it's stay special for me. The king, the animals, it's the horse open your emotions, special the positive emotions. It's special the Lusitano, one really special horse.
I know, and the first time I saw them, they were just very nice horses. They were just standing very patiently listening and watching the dance. But when the bull fight came in, I think they reacted very differently. They can look and watch what's happening and know how to move away from them.
But that's exactly one special characteristic of the Lusitano.
Yes.
The one was brave, nice heart, they stay calm, and now stay very calm. The moment the start go, it's go. You look in the box now, it really look it's similar to me, very, very calm. But the moment it's a lot of power. My part here, it's a special the equestrian center, okay? And today stay people from Switzerland, from Holland, from more country, from Belgium, or I don't know, remember many countries. Sweden. Yesterday, today there stay 7 countries there in the Quinta de Falcão. The same table. Take one example, from Germany. He coming in Portugal, I think there 1 year 10 times, no?
I don't know, maybe 7 times or something. Yeah, 10 might be. Yeah.
Our first guest in the farm.
Yeah,
Our first guest. And now she does the shows here. She helps us a lot. It's one of the good things that we have in the farm. Our guests transforming our friends. They come again.
More than anything else.
It was a great time spent at Quinta do Falcão, getting to see the Lusitanos in action and learning more about country life in Portugal. Up next, I visit the town of Leiria to meet the passionate people of Dom Cavalo, who specialize in the breeding and training of Lusitanos and are focused in introducing this special breed to the rest of the world. After seeing the Lusitanos in the world of bullfighting, my next stop is to visit a traditional breeder to learn more about how this ancient breed has thrived over generations. I found myself in the city of Leiria in Portugal's Central region. In the middle of its vast green fields, I meet some playful Lusitano foals. These foals are owned by Dom Cavalo, proud breeders and trainers of this historic breed. The company's founder, Miguel, offers me more insight into them.
So Miguel, what makes the Lusitano a special breed?
O Lusitano é um cavalo que começou a ser utilizado no trabalho dos antigos lavradores de Portugal, que é o caso de Alter Real, Veiga, Andrade, e teve uma evolução através da sua seleção de éguas. Teve uma evolução fantástica no mundo. Hoje o cavalo lusitano é um cavalo que evoluiu, é o melhor cavalo de sela e o mais antigo do mundo. É multifacetado, é um cavalo versátil, é um cavalo de beleza. E com uma funcionalidade incrível e representada em várias modalidades em todo o mundo, como a equitação de trabalho, que somos campeões do mundo, a atrelagem, que somos campeões do mundo, e mais recentemente a dressage, onde marcamos presença nos campeonatos do mundo e também nas Olimpíadas já, como é o caso de Tóquio.
These foals are a year old, and it's important for them to grow up in an environment that gives them the best start in life. A place to develop their physique, being able to run and train in the fields.
Aqui fica provado a evolução do cavalo lusitano para um cavalo maior, com mais ângulos. Logo transmite outra versatilidade para a competição. melhor passo, melhor trote, melhor galope, com outra amplitude de movimentos.
It also helps them develop their social skills by being a part of a herd.
It's amazing how friendly the horses are. They're like pets. We can take them home.
From the fields, we visited the headquarters of Dom Cavalo, where some fully grown Lusitanos are in the bull ring, along with riders of different riding attires. Miguel tells me more about how Dom Cavalo began and what their vision is for the future.
Miguel, I know that your passion now is to be able to share the Lusitano breed, not only in Portugal, America, but all over the world.
Desde o início, pela minha paixão da raça lusitana e por acreditar no cavalo lusitano como o topo do mundo, foi evoluindo ao longo destes tempos e foi criando algumas parcerias com todo o mundo. Estados Unidos, Malásia, Japão, China, Tailândia e, mais recentemente, as Filipinas. E muitos cumprimentos à Patricia Moussempes, da Lei Equestre, porque, efetivamente, foi uma senhora que acreditou no Dom Cavalo, acreditou em mim e já comprou vários cavalos a Dom Cavalo, acreditando na minha pessoa e no meu time, como já reparou. Penso que as pessoas das Filipinas têm muito potencial em termos equestres e estão no caminho, penso que certo, para virem um dia a competir ao alto nível.
It was great to hear that the Lusitanos have galloped their way to the Philippines. And I can't wait for the future developments of equestrian riding back home. Meanwhile, together with the Dom Cavalo riders, we went back to town against the backdrop of the beautiful Santuario Dos Milagres Church. Miguel has introduced me to a father and son who are also very passionate about Lusitanos and are now in the forefront of professional competitions.
We're here today to know a little bit more about traditional riding and competition. I'm lucky to have Carlos here, who will explain exactly what these outfits are for and the saddles. And of course, Sebastian is a champion, and he will tell me more about riding and how to go about these activities. Sebastian, you also compete, right?
Yes. The European Championship.
European Championship.
I got the 12th place.
And what kind of competition? Maybe you can explain a little bit about...
When I compete, I normally use this kind of...
outfit.
Outfit?
Yes.
Yeah. That it's an England outfit.
Yeah. British type of...
yeah, it's more British type.
And do you do show jumping, or do you do equitation or dressage?
Dressage, I just do dressage.
So your saddle will be very similar to this for dressage.
Exactly. My saddle is very similar. It's more comfortable for me and for the horse.
And why did you choose the Lusitano besides being from Portugal?
It's something that I grew up with Lusitanos.
Yeah.
And then it's a passion that you create with them.
But before they were known for sports, Carlos explains that the Lusitanos were also used in the battlefield, where much of the riding disciplines are based on.
That's why all the disciplines, the equestrian disciplines, are origin in the war preparation.
Yeah.
Like the bullfighting, it's not a sport.
Yeah.
It was a preparation for the people of the court to go to the war.
Mm-hmm.
So because the bull is the unique wild animal who simulates a fight between two riders. So instead of having a fight between two riders in training, one could be injury, and on that time, if you get injuries, you die. So we train with the bull.
I always wondered what the traditional outfit means. Why short jacket and why a stick?
Yeah.
Of course, the saddle. I'm always interested in the saddle.
It's very important, all of this, because
Yeah.
as you can see, between the 19th century and 18th century, the outfit that we use, it's close to the body because you cannot ride if it's with a wide vest and things like that, because it's not proper and it's not comfortable. And if you see, it's similar to the competition outfit. It's also close in our days. So actually, it means that when we ride horses, even to work in the field, the outfit should be close to us. That's why it's so proper and it's very elegant. So it's a way that you can work, a way that you can really go when you go to the church. And the saddle.
Why?
And the saddle, we use it today to work on the fields and to do working equitation. That's the saddle that we use today still.
So you're the only ones that has an extra pouch or whatever you call it at the back.
We use it for the winter time to protect the kidneys of the horse.
Yes.
And also if you need to have something like a blanket when you are working during the day, because you go early in the morning and you return already in the evening.
Right.
So it's a saddle proper to protect the horse, and in some situations we can have a second rider with us.
What about his outfit? Looks very different from all the rest.
That's a French influence
I
in the
see.
Portuguese court. And now we use it for shows. This is exactly the French influence in Portugal, and then we upgrade to the Portuguese costume that we use now. Then we upgrade again for the sport.
International. How important is the Lusitanos to the Portuguese culture?
At the moment, is the best ambassador of Portugal in the world.
Oh, okay. More than bacalao.
More than bacalao. More than bacalao.
Okay.
And I must tell you that Portugal now is known by Cristiano Ronaldo, Amália Rodrigues, the food, the weather, the culture.
Yes.
But the Lusitano is definitely our best ambassador, because it's a horse who brings cultures, who brings country to our place. And one reason of this is you are here doing this interview about Lusitanos.
Indeed, the Lusitano horses have played an important role in Portugal's development and are embedded in the country's traditions. It's amazing that they have continued to thrive for centuries, thanks to the passion and dedication of Portuguese breeders, trainers, and riders. Up next, the festivities are in full swing at the Feira in Golga, as horse lovers from all over the world come together for the National Horse Fair. Finally, the most awaited day arrived, the beginning of the Golga National Horse Fair. The Quinta was a hive of activity as the horses were prepped to be taken to the site. The sound of hooves echoed all throughout Golga streets as we made our way to the hippodrome where the center of activity is.
In other times of the year, Golga is a sleepy town in central Portugal. But during November, everything comes alive because of the horse festival, and everybody who's interested in horses all over the world is here.
The annual festival typically lasts for 10 days and began as an agricultural celebration for Saint Martin, patron saint of the harvest. Today, the centerpiece of the Feira are the Lusitano horses because of the abundance of horse breeders in the area. Visitors can watch as some of the most beautiful and skilled horses in the world are paraded through the streets.
So everybody in their best costumes go around this area just to show off their horse, their saddles. But I just simply enjoy being here, just watching the horses. Everyone is just going around in circle. I've never seen so many good-looking horses in one place.
Riders of all ages come to Golga to join the parade, eager to show their national pride. In the evening, the track gives way to another highlight of the festival, a chance to watch some equestrian competitions such as the working equitation event. It's one of the newest disciplines in equitation sports, showcasing classical horsemanship with techniques developed for agricultural fieldwork. Portugal, Spain, France, and Italy were the first competitors, being based on the way horses are used on farms in these countries. Of course, the Lusitano is the most typical breed used for working equitation because of their functionality and relationship with its riders. It's very interesting to watch them go through different obstacles, like maneuvering in tight spaces, closing gates, walking sideways, and accomplishing different tasks. It's a test of the horse's temperament and training, the rider's skill, and good relationship between the two. Outside of the track, it is a frenzy of food stalls, equestrian shops, and parties.
This one, I cannot resist. I have to buy myself a chestnut. Yes. I have to buy it. Thank you very much.
Chestnuts are typically harvested this time of the year, and eating them have become a part of tradition. You will also find everything from saddles, bridles, reins, and riding outfits. Portuguese artisans proudly showcase all kinds of tack equipment, handmade, and of the highest quality.
I'm still thinking, buy the saddle first or buy the horse? All the horse stuff is here. I'll get crazy. I can't go home without getting anything.
It is also a celebration of traditional Portuguese cuisine, and the perfect reason to just get together with friends and family.
All the different food that you like is available here.
It can be crowded and a bit chaotic, but everyone is friendly and out to have fun. The Ferreira in Golga is definitely an experience you won't find anywhere else. The spirit of the Lusitano horse lives on in central Portugal and in the far corners of the world where it has galloped. I count myself blessed to get a peek into the life and legacy of one of the most culturally and historically significant regions of Portugal, and find the people proudly keeping their traditions alive.
This has been your captain, Joy Roa. See you in the next Asian Air Safari.